Yeah, I had to capture some of the things that it was singing about. So that's how it is. Just trying to regulate here, but well, maybe not. Things run into pieces here. I don't know why. Tell me who you are and what you do. Sometimes we need to reflect over that. Who you are. That was part of the song. Who you are. First write it down. Who you are. That can be of a big issue for someone at least, because it's sometimes impossible to understand oneself fully. And when you think that you covered it, I think you feel that it's not yet all that clear. It's it's in the mystery realm. It's part of the mysterious being. And we do certain things like smoking, we take drugs, and people say, this is not me. This is not me. This is not who I am. I had this friend of mine that when there were a very rude and harsh reaction, then I asked, don't you think that that would be a little bit too much on me? This is not who I am. So that was the excuse, diverting from who he or she is. This is not me. Is this to say, excuse, sorry for that? I think that is a pity, bad, poor excuse. This is not who I am. So who are you? Is it my fault or your fault that you behave in such a manner that you can't even say, I'm sorry, this was me. I'm sorry that I behaved in that way. Why would that be so hard? Why would admit to something I did? Here the other day, some weeks ago, I got expelled, and I said to some of my, I thought it was friends, but obviously not. Anyway, one of them said, she said that you have to go into yourself. But I said I didn't, I wasn't. I asked, what was it? My behavior. What was that all about? I asked, I thought, and but she kept on going. One how to be going into oneself in order to understand such a thing. And I was never in denial. I even told those people that I'm ready to take it. I'm ready to take whatever you bring to me, even if it's a fault. But you, since you don't want to say anything, other than things are changing when you come? Of course. Why wouldn't it? Would that be a right reason for expelling me? That people react to me? Is that all that bad? And there is no united opinion about that. I have many friends there that really appreciated me in many different ways and thought that that expulsion was illegal. So I asked myself, who am I? If I, of course, it's a general reaction to many people. I would sadly, that's why I bring up the topic. In many ways, I talk about that in one way or the other. Just to take responsibility to one's own actions. And it's not all about others when I'm talking about that. It's also about myself. Why wouldn't I take my own behavior into regard? It's like you have also things, Ole, that you would... but if you say so, what is it? Because I can have a blind spot, so don't just push this play game on me. You have to have some good foundation to say, Ole, you did this that time, so I can feel sorry. I have to admit if I did something wrong. It's also, who am I regarding my own moral code? The word I put out yesterday, don't do to others that you don't want them to do to you. It's kind of, where is the moral code of that? It's within you. Don't do to others that you don't want them to do to you. So you have to feel something when you do something to others. If you say some harsh word, you should mind that is not okay, because you wouldn't be submitted to that. It should be a fair game. No one is in their own space should be in the right of doing anything other than what they want to do. They want the others to do to them. That's how things are. It's kind of this, you have to the degree of empathy you have, you don't do to others. Don't do what you don't want them to do to you. So that is the regulation of every human being. That, oh, I did that. But when people are so off, I heard that sometimes, not many times, but they said, this is not me. This is not me. I tend to laugh at it because it's kind of this very weak excuse for not taking any ownership of who they are. Neither do they take ownership on what they are doing. It's a cruel world out there. And Israel have been undergoing this scrutiny. I have to take that phone. I was in the middle of a phone talking about Israel. I get always interrupted. Who is doing all these things to me? But Israel have been undergoing this unfair judgment from the beginning on to the end up to now. even the Jewish people, have undergone scrutinization that is so unjust, unfair. Yesterday I talked about just, what is just, and so on, but regarding Israel is kind of devastating. It must be devastating. But as I said in a previous video, that Israel is this kind of a gem, a diamond in making. The harder the density, the pressure, the more clear the diamond appear in the making. And the more pressure that can be implemented on Israel, it's not a fair pressure, but it is just how it is. They are subjected to scrutiny. I don't say that it is fair and it's just maybe for God that we can't judge. It's this tormenting furnace, tormenting heat. I said that never shall this world go under in water, but in fire. So now we see the fire. Yes, reflect over it. The fire is more dominant. And fire is needed for making things. We heat up. And who are you after the fire? Who you are is something very flexible. You can't really know because you are undergoing some processes of fire, of baptism. You have been baptized under water in order to come out like a newborn baby. The identity of a baby still is the same as who you are now. But we are so crushed in this reality of everything, and the eyes never stop wanting to see. Even look at yourself and wonder, who is this man? Who is this lady? Small children look at themselves and wonder, who is this? It takes time. It takes a process to know who you are. It takes big time processes to understand anything about yourself. Just so that you can come to grips that maybe you needed to change. The aspects of seeing oneself is the ability to change. Many people say that to the degree that I can see myself, I am able to change. Not change of personality, I don't believe in that, but I believe in changing attitude. Because, you see, it's a very deep, profound thing that you feel that you have to revenge yourself. You have to make up for what you lost. You need to come to grips with the reality that is there, and that takes time. I have children. And if there is generally if there is a bond that you would like to preserve, like to uphold, that your children is the ones that you feel defines you, defines your reality, defines your love. It's interesting that I said that, because children, if you love them, it's a kind of a definition of what you are loving and who you are loving and how your love is. Your care for them is defining what kind of a care you have. I thought of this when I was a child. It's kind of this deep down remembering of that. The way you care for your children is the quality, the personality you are. And the children, by being honest, to the degree that they can allow themselves to be honest, will give you some mirroring on who you are, what kind of an impact. You may have said thousands of things, but one of those 1,000 can be a needle in the flesh soul of the child. You hurted her. You hurted him. So to be aware of how the relationship is. Every time I see a father and daughter or father and son, I get a little bit touched. I get a little bit emotional, too much maybe, because I see it's so beautiful. It's so nice to have this kind of emotional thing that to be together with the child is kind of defining that you are that man, you are that woman. It's a bond. Even though the child is born, it's a bond. But you need to have this thread, golden thread, the light bond, the view, that you never lose the touch of that. I think it's very important that those bonds is upheld in some way or the other. Need to preserve the bonds that we can hold dear to our heart. It's defining. It's a defining moment. Maybe when you are a child, you don't know what really defines you, because you are interested in such and such. And to have this self-awareness is maybe not all that appeared. And if you have some obsession on topics, you will most probably not be aware of the harm that you can do by having those obsessions, because it's all what can I say? It's all one narrow-sighted. It's a very narrow sight that you can be. It's how it is. I see myself there, because you are so focused on issues. You have no time to reflect over other things, like softness, like how you receive other people. You have an agenda, and that's it. The agenda is more dominant, and I hear myself in many situations. I hear myself talking together with other people, and I don't let them so much in. It's a learning I have just realized. I saw that many years ago. And when I don't let other people in, I kind of damage everything. It's kind of this stupidity of eagerness. You are so eager that you become stupid. I have been there. I am, or maybe there too. I get so eager. I get so engaged that I can't stop myself. Can't handle to put a brake, put another gear in another drive, just to drive slowly. I have no patience for waiting. And I think that I saw that with some of my daughters. Ole, you need patience. I was told, Ole, you need patience. Because there is something that is inborn in every human. This will appear. Don't worry. If you preoccupied with those issues, you will do more damage than good. Maybe that is a kind of a fear you install in your children. If they don't do that, that would be devastating for them. So cool off. It's not your task to always talk about it. Just go. So, my friends, it's kind of this. We need to be a little bit calm. And from youth to grown-ups, you learn who you are in reflection of others. With you, I see myself. That is a good way. With my friend, even with my enemy. That's why Jesus said, love your enemy. Love them, because maybe the enemy is part of you. The enemy you hate and loathe is part of you. It's the attributes that you have. So gain the attribute of love. That you can love those people. Don't talk about hate and revenge. Talk about love. Be a loving person. And I would like to talk to myself all the time, because I see all the faults that I have in that regard. I would rather have been reflected. Ole, you are so loving. I have never heard that. Oh, you are so loving. I've never heard that. How can I say? Who would say so? But I think we have to also be a little bit searching here, because not every feedback is. If you get feedback, people appreciate it. It's kind of, I see you as a loving person. It's we can't deny the facts. We can't always be so strict about ourselves. I have to be a little bit more accepting that yes, that was love from my side. You are not defined by others. That's the fault of today. We want to be defined by others, by having friends, so many followers, so many likes. That's how we defined our friends. But during this last period, I can come to some of my friends and they are so okay. They are so nice to me. And it's just a good experience. Those that have left, they were never there in the beginning. They were there maybe for themselves. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they got disappointed too. I am someone that people may be disappointed of. That's a true fact of life. I am this kind of a man that people will get disappointed by because I can't fulfill your expectation. Some ask me for something, and if I say no, they tend to leave. And I am afraid that if I say no, that's why to say no is so hard, because you really need friends. You really need their company. But it's not all for you. It's also for them. So, who we are may be a definition of another time. I don't want to be all that defining for you, and not for you, even for myself, because it's a mysterious entity. We can't really define what is me. We have a physical body, but I have this debate with some guys that you can't even, when you use word, they see that it's just a reflection of something. When you act, it's just a behavioristic reflection. And I think that that is, you see, what is not seen for them is just chemical reactions or behavioristic. What is put in is coming out. It's just a computer. Human is a computer. But I will dispute, because in every blood cell there is soul. There is a higher sphere of entity that is surrounding ourselves, that radiate ourselves, who we really are. It's kind of this feeling that something is either tampering with me or inviting me to some nice relationship. Kind of this, when it's there, you can't be mistaken. And in the Bible it's stated the eyes, the soul in it's seen in the eye. So it's kind of this radiation of who you are, who this person, individual is. We need to be more aware of ourselves, but that takes time. We have different aspects of ourselves that we don't really come to grips with. But that is okay. It's okay to not know. It's okay to be bewildered. It's okay to not be always defining. So thank you, my friends. Today is Friday and it's the beginning of Shabbat. So to everyone near and far away, Shabbat Shalom.